Alright, looks like I'm on. Am I live? Is my audio good? Ready to go, great, great. Alright, I'll give you a countdown in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Hat in Time. I'm sure many of you know what this game is, but if you don't, it's a really amazing game that you should definitely play if you like 3D platformers. It came out in October of last year, and it's gotten a lot of praise, and it has a really active speedrunning community. So right now we're on a mission to get all of our timepieces back so we can power our spaceship. And to do that, we have to go through a couple worlds and do some objectives to earn timepieces. The first world here is Mafia Town, and we're gonna get our umbrella back from the evil Mafia. The umbrella is our main weapon in this game that we'll be using to fight off enemies and do some other cool stuff with. And you'll see there that I crafted a hat during the cutscene. That saves a bit of time. And the hat that I have on is a sprint hat, which allows me to run pretty fast. It's very useful in this run. When is Dead Bob's studio %? Oh my. I don't know. I don't know, man. Dude, Dead Bob is the best map. It's so good. Shouts to Daniel CNR for making that masterpiece. Anyway, we're moving on to the first mini-boss of the game. This is called Barrel Battle, and we have to fight off some Mafia. Yeah, I just take out some Mafia here, and then we'll be collecting some pawns, which are the green things on the ground. So one part of this run is that we have to make sure that our pawn count is where we need it to be, because we use these pawns to unlock missions, and if we don't have enough, it can be really time consuming to just go back and get some. But yeah, I'm just standing on this barrel, which has a weird hitbox, so the barrels just bounce right off it. It's really interesting. Yeah, we're just chilling here for a bit. Okay, McDonald's Adventures, let me tell you, that's the best visual novel ever. The best mod map. Just the lore and everything about that map is just incredible. In every sense of the word. Boys maps are a good break from the hard maps. Yeah, it's always good to play a baby map every once in a while to help you de-stress. Yeah, you'll see here I'm using pawns to unlock this mission, which is really interesting. We're going to be seeing Mafia Town at night in the rain, and we'll be encountering a weird looking Mafia who does not like aliens, and you'll see why in a little bit here. Getting a little speed off of that. Yeah, I didn't explain it, but the yarn, you collect those and you can make hats with it. There's different types of yarn you can get, each corresponding to a different hat. However, it really doesn't matter. Once you collect a yarn, you have the ability to unlock that hat if you have enough of them. Say I get the sprint yarn, but all my yarn come from the witch hat. I can still make the sprint hat using that, which is pretty interesting. Also, in this mission, I can't unhear Inspector Gadget after that remix. Just impossible to unhear. It's too good. Yeah, can we watch our language here? Come on, guys. So yeah, coming up, this is the boss battle for this chapter. We're gonna be fighting the Mafia boss, but before we do that, we're gonna need to go through the Mafia base, which presents a lot of challenges for us. We're saving Mustache Girl, who is our little assistant in this mission here. There's gonna be some lore attached to it, which I'll explain after I complete the mission, so if you don't want to know that, I'll tell you when to mute the stream, so you won't be spoiled. This game has some pretty interesting lore attached to it, especially about... Are you serious? Wait, what? Ah, come on. There we go. I don't know why that happened. It just fell so much shorter than I thought it was going to. Oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm climbing up everything and going through every door. What am I doing? That right there was a sprint double jump. I can use that to get a bit more distance. I'll be using that a lot in the run. Yeah, we just crafted the brewing hat, which allows us to throw projectiles that harm enemies. So yeah, this is a 2D boss battle. We have to avoid these bags as well as the attacks from the Mafia. It's a fairly easy boss fight, but I'm going to be doing a very massive skip in a little bit here after the first couple cycles. Alright, now we're moving on to phase 2. He's going to be coming down at us from above, so gotta be careful about that. There's some luck in this part. You can get the sandbags multiple times, which slows you down a bit. Also, Mafia boss is dead. Oh, I love that. If I just go in the corner and use my brewing hat, he'll just clip out for some reason. Also, I'm going to go into offline mode. I'm not sure why OBS is capturing the notifications. Alright, fast forwarding a bit if you don't want to know the spoilers. Mustache Girl turns evil and hates our guts. So yeah, these next two missions occur after the Mafia boss. Everything's a lot happier. Happy music, happy everything. But that's not gonna last for long, so don't get too used to it. This game is very scary, actually. Ah, what? Looks like I missed the sprint double jump there. So right here I'm going to use my iframes to, well, dupe that ticket. I can get 2 tickets in 1 by doing that. That's a rather interesting strat. I'm just making sure I have enough pawns because I need to unlock a mission very soon. Which requires 100 pawns. I think I should have enough. I'm gonna have to be rather generous when I go into the next thing here. So we're gonna be doing the first time rift of the run. These levels are like Super Mario Sunshine-esque secret worlds that are completely detached from the story. It's really interesting and they're very fun to play. Do a little slower way so I can get those pawns. But yeah, you'll see we're all underwater. Oh, that was close. I almost I almost fell off. Gonna try to do an SDJ. Get up here. We're climbing up the gears, and the timepiece awaits. Even timepieces? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. That would be great, though. That would be awesome. Just dupe timepieces all day long. Although that would be kind of rather grindy, you know, if you just do Welcome to Mafia Town over and over again, or something like that. That'd be fun. So yeah, in this level, everything's a little bit different. Everything's on fire and we have to go turn on the faucets, or stop the faucets from dispensing lava down into the town below. Evil mustache girl turned them all on so Mafia Town can be destroyed. What a meanie. But yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're just moving our way around and working on the faucets. You'll see that I'm smacking him for a bit and then running away before they actually turn, which saves a bit of time. Because after you hit it, they still spin for a little bit. Ooh, I barely made it on the tree. For this next faucet here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a death warp. Oh, I had a little too much health, actually. And if I get the faucet before I fall in the water, I'll respawn back at my starting position, which gives me a great opportunity to get this final one a bit quicker. And then I can just start going to the cannon. And by the way, I am using an old route. For this game in general. The new updated route takes advantage of a couple new strats, such as a different duplication glitch in golden tickets, as well as some overall yarn changes. Any % for SA2B is a glitch where you do one Rouge level. Yeah, this is going to be the last mission of Valuethon that we're doing for now. We're going to be coming back here much later in the game to do an additional one. But we're going to be doing the second rift. Now this one's one of my favorites. You can go really fast here and it's pretty satisfying to pull off. You can do some sweet slides and some more stuff here. Also, shoutouts to the cookies. The cookies in this game are just too good. Anyhow, we're moving on to chapter 2, which is, or chapter 3 actually. We're doing things a bit out of order. Chapter 3 is Subcon Forest. And we're going to be doing a few things for the Snatcher. Who's that little wiggly guy in the bottom portion of the logo. One cool thing to note about the game is it has a lot of speedrunning support. The developers have been very supportive of the community and have put in some useful tools like the in-game load list timer, which works across all releases, including Xbox One and PS4, which eliminates the common problem of loading times on different platforms. That's just not a worry. And I like that a lot. But yeah, we're just sitting in the bag here. We got captured by everyone's favorite villain, who's going to be revealing himself very shortly. You can skip this portion, but I'm not good enough at this game for it. Yeah, that's true, Zotan. The console versions are an older build. And you might think that it might lead to some possibilities. And it actually does. There's some things different about the game that makes it faster. But overall, it's slower due to a couple minor things. Which is really... that's kind of sad, actually. Because you think an older build would be overall faster. But that would mean everyone who wants to be competitive would have to go out and buy a PS4 or Xbox One.
You'll come with me.
If they don't already have one. But yeah, we're just collecting paintings for the fire spirits here. This mission can be really annoying sometimes because the paintings will just not fly in sometimes. So you have to be really careful. Dude, check out that menu cancel. That was unintentional and clean. One cool thing about this act, or this chapter, is that the Snatcher presents all the acts as contracts. And you get to pick and choose what order you do things in. And in the speedrun that means a lot, because we can actually do things out of order by selecting a certain contract, which I'll be taking advantage of in a couple minutes here. And you'll see that I'm switching over to keyboard whenever I'm in the act select. It's faster than pressing up and then A, because I can just click on it. Make things a little easier. Yet again, we're getting more paintings, but we're only doing 2 this time for the fire spirits. There's a strat there where you can like throw the painting and then jump on top of it. I don't know how people do that. It looks so hard. But yeah, we're just gonna go into the well, and then we'll be presented with a vertical platforming section, which is pretty unique and really fun. Hey Jaxler, thanks dude. What? It's kind of weird how I got stuck in the water. So this right here is the start of the hook shot in the game. We have the hook shot badge, which allows us to grapple onto objects. And we're going to be using that quite a bit here, especially in Chapter 3 in some areas. Yeah, let's take this cork off and go up. This level is one of my favorites in the run. It's just so... oh. It's very satisfying to execute. This level's been... it's been in the speedrun since the pre-release builds. And it hasn't really changed all too much. Contracts. I don't know how I never put that together, Morrow. It's so obvious now. Helping Firefox. I want to like Firefox, but whenever I try to set it up, it never works correctly. So we're going into mail delivery service, but we're not doing that act yet. We're going to be using the spawn point to go to a different part of the level and do a completely different act. I'm not going to reveal this just yet, but it's going to be very scary. We're just going off on a detour into the ice section. Very dangerous. Thanks to the spirits, we can get a bit of vertical leverage on some of these jumps. Oh, we got some damage. What? Come on. Are you serious? I bonked on that little thing. Ah, well. But yeah, this is the mansion. This part's very scary, by the way. I mean it. I really mean it. It's scary. If you don't like scary stuff, I'd recommend looking away for the next little bit. It's very scary. Look at that loading screen. Look how scary it is. But yeah, we're just gonna go in the basement, get a badge, and then it's over. That's the level. I hope you enjoyed Vanessa's mansion. That was it. And now let's get the timepiece. So that was actually a skip. An intentional skip put in the game by the developers. Because in the beta versions of this game, we had to do the entirety of the mansion, which was really frustrating at times. It's a good level, but for speedrunning it really kind of holds your hand a bit. So the developers took it on themselves to add a skip by crawling in that little hole. This run would be a bit different if that skip did not exist. Can you even call it a skip if it's intentional? Well, it does skip. It skips stuff. An alternate route. Wow, I'm not getting this SDJ today. Oh, this is bad. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Yeah, this cycle's gonna be weird. Because I messed up that beginning part. But yeah, we're just going into another dream world time rift. This one's a bit more complex than the rest. Still really fun. I love all the rifts in this game. Skip and hit and run. Shoutouts to that game. A mild detour elevator. That seems about right, Yoshi. It's quite a fast elevator. You know, it takes you up 3 stories in a second. But yeah, we're doing the final rift of Subcon right now. Again, we're going through mail delivery service and just going backwards a bit. I have to avoid the traps set by the Snatcher. You can tell they're traps because of the purple things, the purple rings in the level. And once you get into the trap, you'll get in this super long cutscene that's really annoying to get out of, and it wastes a lot of time. This one's cool because it takes advantage of the collision bells. And also there's more cookies to be found, which is always a good thing. I love cookies. In any form. You can never go wrong with the classic chocolate chip. Train Rush. Yeah, Train Rush is in a route. The one I'm using. Reminder, I am using an old route, so if you're familiar with the speedrun, I'm doing things a little differently here. Alright, in this mission here, I'm going to be using the keyboard instead of the controller, so you might hear a bit of clicky clack as I maneuver the scooter here. For a brief period, we're going to help deliver the mail for the Snatcher to all of his minions. If you play CSGO, it'll help you a lot here, which I don't play CSGO a lot. I play it sometimes, but I'm not that good at it. Yeah, all the ones with the mail on their heads. Those are the ones you need to get. Also, I don't know where I'm driving. I'm lost. But yeah, we're just gonna get the final mail and get the timepiece. That was a fairly good mail. What else would we even do? I don't know. I need to catch up with the route, the new route. Because only until a couple days ago I had to take a break from this game. I was really busy with college. Anyway, we're moving on to Chapter 3. Or Chapter 2. I keep getting the numbers wrong. But this is Battle of the Birds. Featuring DJ Grooves and the Conductor. This level here is one of my favorites. Because you do a lot of really cool platforming. The whole level's themed like a movie set, and you have to avoid being seen by either the penguins or the owls. Gotta be really safe about it, or else you'll die. They can look at you a little bit, but if they look at you too much, you'll be a goner. And you'll see them also racking up tens of thousands of dollars in debt. But that's normal for a speedrun. Maybe except for Animal Crossing, because you pay all that off. Wow, I didn't get a single dive boost. Alright, moving over to keyboard because I'm going to use a mouse in a little bit.
We need to get
Done. In that part there, you can draw stuff on your passport. People have made some interesting art on it. Stop harassing the penguins. Listen, it's not my choice. I'm DJ Grooves, dude. I am Team Grooves. I'm not part of that smelly conductor and his team. No way. Grooves works at. Grooves is cool. Conductor's just a peck neck. Speaking of peck necks, we're moving on to Murder on the Owl Express, which is a murder mystery themed mission.
But if you had a pet,
These guys here are going to ask us some really personal questions, like our social security number, credit card information. But we're just going to skip past all of that. And now we're going to get the detective hat, and we're going to get a phone call from a mysterious voice who tells us to go to the back of the train, because something has happened. Let's go find out. Oh no! Someone's dead. And our relative killed him. However, we're gonna go look for clues and try to figure out the real murderer. Also, I don't know how I messed that up. Just barely under that platform. But yeah, we're just gonna skip everything and get no clues. This is probably the most broken level in the game. It's really interesting, just how broken this is. We're going over here, jumping across the level, getting the key, death warping back, and then we're gonna do a sequence break to press a button we're not supposed to press, and then go into a room that I don't think we're supposed to access yet. And that is it. That's the end of the level, and now we just have to watch the cutscene and figure out who killed the owl. We're just gonna put the blame on the conductor because he's the only person we know. And it turns out it was actually him. Again, this level is really fun to speedrun. Just because of how broken it is. Murder. I can't roll my R's. I can't do an authentic representation. Moving on, we're doing Picture Perfect. We're going to the moon for a bit, and we're going to be playing with the penguins, trying to get a fan club going. And we do this by racking up points by running by penguins and impressing photographers and all that. Wow, I didn't get that. What? That was weird. I just didn't space out my jumps far enough. Just getting a bit of yarn. The usual. Derek's a murderer. Oh, my dog's making noise. Yeah, we got about 20,000, 40,000 fans, and we've achieved Max Diva status. Insert victory promotion. Yeah, shout out to Jack. He's making a map. Go support him in his McDonald's adventures. We're gonna be taking a break from the main story and we're gonna be doing a rift in the gallery. This one takes advantage of some sprint double jumps that are required to do this fast, as well as some checkpoint abuse, which I'm about to do. Respawn in the wrong place. Go over here. Do a sprint double jump, climb up here. And then we're going to be going off of a spider to get up here a little bit faster. That was a good rift. I'm glad nothing went wrong. I got all the SDJs. Sprint double jumps. I'm your biggest fan, Heboy. If you played the beta versions of A Hat in Time, you would recognize this next level. This one's called Train Rush. Train Rush is a really fast-paced and exciting level. We gotta run to the back of the train, from the back of the train to the front, as fast as possible while dealing with some obstacles. But yeah, this whole thing is really bizarre. The lore of this is that it's all a movie set, which explains why it's mostly exaggerated. Because if you paid attention during Murder Mystery Time, you would notice that none of this was in the train. But yeah, this level's so much fun to play. I love it. You're always moving around and it's really, really fun. This was also in the speedrun build of the game. The developers had a little speedrun contest and gave out a special build of the game. And whoever had the fastest times, like the top 10 players, got special hats in the game. Which unfortunately can't actually be used in a speedrun because we're using the sprint hat all the time, and we're playing on the 1.0 build of the game, instead of the modern version, which has mod support. 1.0 has some skips that were patched, like Finale skip, that Saves a lot of time overall. Oh really? Who do you voice? That's pretty awesome. This game has really good voice acting.
Get ready.
Welcome to auto-scroller time. This level is called the Big Parade, and we're basically depending on that clock in the bottom right. Once it fills up, we'll be given some objectives to do, such as pressing buttons on robot-looking platforms, as well as turning some knobs. This route could not be routed out, or this level cannot be routed out, because of some other circumstances. It's still interesting though, it's a nice break, you know, this auto-scroller. Even though you have to do stuff in it that is not an auto-scroller, most of it still is. I'm gonna have to get ready for this. This is bad. I'm not in the right place. I was too busy talking. So right here I'm going to be turning some dials, and once I do the third dial, the auto-scoring part of the level will continue. And also I have a big parade behind me that follows my every move. And if they hit me, it won't be good. Oh no, this is bad. I'm at 1 health. I need to get health right now. This is very bad. Very bad, very bad. If I die here, I start over. There are checkpoints, but I don't recall if there are any at this point. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. This would be a good level for donations, but Valuethon is not doing that currently. So I want to stay in this location generally, because this is going to be the best starting point. Am I good on pawns? 48, I'm good. I need 50 to unlock a level later. We also gotta talk about how amazing the music is in this game. The soundtrack was composed by Pascal, who is an incredible composer. Please check out all the music he made for A Hat in Time. Alright, and get ready. Let's roll. Uh-oh. Wait, why is that yellow one clipping inside the green one? That was weird, but it actually helps since I was given a bit more room to stand on. That's funny. I don't think that's happened before, at least for me. Yeah, Plasma, your music, again, as the composer. And that's the end of Parade. Just gotta jump towards that timepiece as fast as possible. Now that the auto-scorer is over, we're going to be doing the final 2 riffs of Chapter 2. Both of these riffs are probably the hardest ones in a run, because you can easily mess up on it. these two levels require mandatory sprint double jumps. And if you miss it, that's gonna cost you time. That won't end well. For this one, the parade's gonna be following us, so there's not gonna be a lot of room to breathe. Thankfully, I got that one. I can do a sprint double jump to skip a huge section of the level. Ah, no, what? Okay, I guess I got the wrong platform there. If I was on that platform as it was rising up, I would have been able to get a significant boost to the point where I can skip that wall climbing section. It's all good. Worked out. And now we have the timepiece. Hat in Time mod that puts rabbits in. I know Grant made a song that was featured in the beta, but I don't remember if it made it over to the final. I'm not sure if Grant's songs ultimately made it in.
Had a pet?
Yeah, if anybody knows, let me know. Uh-oh. I missed that the first time. Alright, getting ready to do another sprint double jump, which I got. Great, that was good. The rest of the level's quite easier. However, it's still possible to fail if you get stuck on some parts. Coming up here, this part can be tricky because the lamppost spins in a weird way. That was a train rift. We have just a couple more acts to go into the final level. We're going to be doing the fake finale before going back to Mafia Town. In regards to the real finale, we don't actually do it because it is very long. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember hearing about that, where they had to cut that deal with Grant. I do feel like Plasma did a great job with the soundtrack, though. I love it. I love all the music in this game, especially Chapter 4, which we don't get to see in the run, unfortunately, because all the acts are super long.
Get ready. Go!
This part here is cheating the race. We're going to be going around the backside and winning this the unintentional way. Pulling out that action replay. That Game Shark. Yeah, the fake finale has a special timepiece sound. Uh-oh. We crafted the ice hat so we can get access to the mailroom, which gives us an additional rift to do. This one can be especially annoying at times because you have these birds that run after you at lightning fast speeds. However, after playing some of Heboy's mod levels, the birds become a lot more bearable. As long as you're careful, they're not a problem, usually. It was recently discovered that you can quit out to the hub during the slot machine bit. I still gotta practice that though before doing that in runs. So Mustache Girl, the antagonist, has invaded our spaceship and is gonna change time and space for eternity by destroying the timepieces. And doing this reverts the entire universe to a different state where Mustache Girl rules them all. This game's called A Hat in Time for a reason, right? But yeah, we're moving on to the final boss. And there's gonna be some pretty neat stuff going on in regards to skips. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I can jump over the fence here and get access to that telescope early. It's pretty neat. 45 minutes. Yeah, there's no way I can PV. I'm pretty sure I can't PV on this run. My PV is a 51 minutes. 51:55 in game time, if I recall right. 51:55 or 51? I'm gonna go for a skip called Finale Skip, where I clip out of bounds thanks to a hole in the wall. Yeah, check that out. I gotta focus for this bit here. Awesome, first try. By doing those wall climbs and then jumping out at a specific point, I can get on top of the level and just cruise to victory. But yeah, until we hit the end of the level, that little orange square in the distance, there's not going to be much going on. There's a hole we'll have to jump through in just a little bit here. Yeah, the whole reason that works is because of that hole in the wall. You're not clipping out. I may have said clipped out on accident, but it's just an actual hole in the wall that you just go right through. I'm also doing this to speed it up a little bit. We'll clip inbounds by going right here.
It's you.
And now we'll start the battle with Mustache Girl. I'm gonna go for double hits here. Doesn't always work though. Yes, dude, that was awesome. If I get lucky, I can hit her multiple times, which speeds up the fight a bit more. That was awesome. Also, things are gonna get a little bit blurry here. It's harder to get double hits here, it seems. Now we'll begin the second phase of the final phase of the fight. We're gonna be using the Mafia Ball to, wait, what? Why was that shadow there? I thought that was a Mafia Ball shadow. And now she has a crystal shield around her that we cannot break normally. So what are we gonna do now, I wonder? We're gonna get some help from the Snatcher. Using some cherries. Oh, double hits. Let's go. Wait, why doesn't she have a crystal on? What? Is that intentional? Alright, in this cutscene, everyone sacrifices themselves to help defeat the evil mustache girl. Yeah, co-op's gonna be awesome, Zoto. Hurry, hurry, please hurry. I need to do this fast. Dude, this is gonna PB. This is a PB, dude. This is actual PB. Is it? Is it actually PB? Wait, is this actually a PB? Wait a minute. No. I'm not getting my hopes up. 50... Wait. Yeah, that was a PB. That was a PB by 37 seconds. Dude, I'll put my splits on the screen. That was a PB. What? I was 6 seconds ahead going into finale? I thought for sure I was... Yeah, look at this. I'm sorry to interfere with the stream layout, but I'll just put it on here for a second. Look at that. Look at that. I can't believe it. That finale was like God tier, dude. Alright, I'll take it off. I'm sorry. Alright, chat. I'll let you decide if Mustache Girl is saved or Mustache Girl dies. Alright, I'm seeing more kills, so sorry, Mustache. I can't believe it. 51-17. How is that even possible? That run didn't feel like I was ahead. Dude, I saved so much time in that train rift. That was unfreaking believable. Wow, I'm so surprised. That was a sub 1 too in RTA. I am so just flabbergasted. Alright, what else do I need to talk about? But yeah, thanks for watching. Big shout outs to the developers, including, big shout outs to developers and the biggest fan in chat, Sir Haboy.
Don't leave us.
Big thanks to you, as well as the entire Boop Troop speedrunning server. If you want to start running this game, we have a whole big community of over 1,500 members, and the game's still pretty active. So it's really fun. I would recommend it. It's easy to learn. It's a pretty simple game, but of course it takes a lot to master it. But yeah. In that cutscene there, Hack could just use a little squeegee board and made all our friends float into space. Anyway, I know you guys are behind, so I'll just cut it off there. Thanks for watching. And let's see here. SpongeBob Truth or Square. Check him out. That's a great run. Please watch that. It's really good. I learned it for the 12-hour challenge. I'm also going to be restreaming later, so you'll see more of me if you like that. But yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.
All right, let's go ahead and get SpongeBob set up here with Jaxler1, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.